I'm at the lake for a few minutes. This is the first spot that I put some of Sky's ashes. It's a beautiful May day, just gorgeous. All right, I just had a moment. I had one of those, oh, she's not gonna make it moments. I got my water. Welcome back to the Wayward Widow. I got my coffee. I have about half left. If you're new, welcome. My name is Poet. My partner died on February 27th. So I'm 9 weeks and a day or something in. And every so often I have this moment. And when I have this moment, I just completely fall apart. And so I completely fell apart, which means I started crying and I felt like I couldn't breathe and I felt like I wasn't going to be okay for a second. And so I called up to my therapist's office to see if she could just give me a quick call just to kind of help me balance. And so they put me over to her office and said, if she doesn't answer, to leave a voicemail. Well, she didn't answer and there was no voicemail. So I gave up on that. I'm just like, no, it's okay. And then I started crying again, and I was waiting for the guys to bring back my car and from servicing. And normally when they're bringing the car back, they call and they say, like, we're on our way with your car or something like that. And anyway, I was in the bedroom and I was crying and I hear a knock on the door and it's the guy with my car, and they parked the car out front because they were different guys from this morning, so they didn't know about the parking lot out back. So he probably thought, what the heck is wrong with this woman? I don't know. He was probably more uncomfortable than I was, to be honest. I'm having trouble swallowing. It's anxiety. I have an anxiety disorder. I have a panic disorder. I have an OCD disorder. I'm diagnosed BPD. I saw Howie Mandel. You guys know Howie Mandel from the game with the Deal or No Deal. And he has OCD. And he does a public service announcement where he talks about to go and check out NOCD to find out the depths of what OCD actually is. And I have OCD way worse than more enhanced than I realized. I have OCD probably as big as I have my anxiety and my panic. It's pretty bad. But anyway, what was the point in that? Yeah, so I don't know what the guy was thinking, but I had to move my car then and put it in the parking lot. So the car's done. The car has been serviced we're good for another 6 months. We got the paperwork. We're good for 6 months. I keep dropping this paper clip that they had on my insurance card. And so I had lunch. I didn't taste it. You ever you have food and you don't taste it? That's how lunch was. So I have to go wash the bowl. I took a walk earlier around the block. I went down to the lake. I'll add that clip in and just sat for a minute. That's where I put some of Sky's ashes. And so I got some steps in. But I'm not doing well today in the managing department. But I'm trying. I don't want to get stuck on watching grief and mourning videos over and over again. And I did read my card for today. My friend Yaz from my YouTube channel sent me cards in this little set, and today's card is, until he extends his circle of compassion to all living things, man will not himself find peace. Albert Schweitzer said that. And the action is, you never know what people are going through behind closed doors. Your compassion can make the biggest difference in other people's lives. That's it. That says it all, doesn't it? Anyway, so I found yellow padded envelopes. I had a pack of 2 in the closet, apparently, that I didn't know I had. And so I got a little bit of ashes from Sky's box, and I got him ready for his sister and his brother in Tennessee. And they're going to put them in the river, which is what Sky requested. So he'll have ashes in Tennessee, California, Texas, and Pennsylvania. He was a traveling man, even in death. So I got those ready in the envelope, and I was going to take it to the post office because I was like, I got to get postage. But I remembered the last envelopes that I mailed, which were bigger and heavier than these, was $1.78. So I put stamps on, $2.50 worth of stamps. So I know it'll be fine. It's only going to Tennessee. It's not going to California or Texas. So the mailman can pick that up. I have it in the mailbox. So I did get that done. So now everybody has a little bit of the cremation ashes in the family. I've done that part. And I'm just having a time today. I'm feeling rough. I'm looking rough. I've been up since 2 o'clock again. I'm in a really bad sleep pattern, really bad. I'm falling asleep around 8 o'clock. I'm waking up at 2 a.m. And it's messing with me. It's happened the past 2 or 3 nights. Yeah. So I am not coping well today. And I actually got so panicked, that I got in the closet and I got Sky's walker, and I brought his stick, his walking stick. And I put a cup of water with a straw there on the table for him because, I don't know, we all cope our own way, right? And right now, today, it seemed appropriate for me to do what I needed to do to get through. So we'll leave the walker in the water until I feel like I can put them away again, and I'll continue to cope the way I cope. I'm going to do a podcast. I really, really like watching or listening to some podcasts. And I've always wanted to do one, but what I was hearing from people who were doing podcasts was that you needed all this equipment, everything elaborate, and I don't have any of that kind of stuff. So I put it on the back burner, and my friend Erin started a podcast, and I'm like, tell me. I just messaged her and I said, you need to send me a bill, because she's helped me figure out lives, which I haven't done yet, and probably won't because I'm so scared. And so I asked her about podcasts because she has a podcast, so check her out. I'm not sure because she's changed around her name, but it's like My Crazy World 777. Like, find her under Benzo Buddies or My Crazy World or something like that. She has an interesting first podcast, so definitely check her out. She's on Spotify. At least that's where I found her, is on Spotify. So I'm going to start a podcast. I've wanted to do this for so long because I love to talk. It just gives me something to do. And right now I really need something to do. So I need some suggestions for a podcast name. I don't have any one theme for the podcast. It's not like it's just anxiety or just widowhood or but more my life and everything in it. So throw out some suggestions for names for a podcast for me, and I'll check the comments then. I look awful, don't I? I feel like I look like I'm on my way out, like I'm dying. Don't I look like I'm dying? I feel like I look like I'm dying. Maybe I am. I'll tell you what, stress is really not great for the body. I'm learning that. The only thing that has not taken a toll has been my nails. My nails grow like crazy. Everything else is a complete shit show. Everything. I've lost weight. My hair has fallen out. I look like a cadaver. I'm not sleeping. I'm crying a lot. I'm pacing. I'm half losing my mind. I'm talking to my dead partner on a regular basis. Like, do you want a sandwich? Can I fix you some coffee? And then I answer back as though he answered me. That's how it is for me right now. And yeah, anyway, now my car's back. I got the mail out in the box and I emptied all my trash and I repotted a plant. I did do that also. And updated my journal. I crossed off the car needing to be done. As appointments come up, I cross off. Because you have to remember everything when you're on your own, right? Whether you choose to be on your own or whether you're like forced to be on your own, you have to remember everything. And with my brain feeling like it's full of holes lately, I have to write everything down. Everything, or I'm done. I'm sunk. I'm completely sunk. I put these are magnetic earrings, and I'm using them as a nose ring because I love having my nose pierced. But I tried having a piercing on either side and neither side would take. So I got these magnetic earrings from Temu, and they work like a charm. And so I have red, blue, like a light blue, clear, like, fake diamond look, and black, red, blue, yeah. And so I'm like, oh, that's an easy way to save $100 from a nose piercing that I don't have. I just got to keep the magnet there and not somewhere else in my body. I have to figure out what I want to do now. I'm going to go ahead and put this up. Erin gave me some more help with the podcast, so I'm going to work on that a little bit. But I want to wait to see if anybody can give me some channel names. And I'll still do stuff here, but I'll do more stuff over there. And I wish I could be a Facebook person. I used to be a Facebook person. And now I'm not a Facebook person. And, you know, I know like if you want your name to get out there, you really need to get all this social media stuff going on, but I just can't. That's not, I'm not that. That's not me. This is about all I can handle. This and a podcast I can, because I'm just talking. But the only other thing I have on is TikTok, which I have a profile, but I don't have anything on it because I don't know how to do that either. I got to learn this stuff, I guess. I just feel like I'm kind of too old or something. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I guess that's pretty normal for this, right? I was so busy taking care of Sky and myself in the house, and then he died. And now it's just me. And I'm trying to figure out life. So I'm watching some other women who are on their own. I'm watching some older ones. I'm watching some younger ones. I'm watching Chelsea. What's her last name? Chelsea Chandler? Chelsea Chandler. She's 31 or 32, lives in New York by herself. I like her videos a lot. I'm watching a little Hobbs. Her name is Hannah. She's 20. She's going to backpack through Thailand. I watch Margaret being Margaret. Margaret is a senior woman like me. I watch Little Poet, who's 69. I watch, and she's on her own. And who's Glenda Soley? I catch Glenda Soley every now and then. I'm trying to, and she's up there in age. We're not ancient, but you know, I'm trying to think who else is on their own that I know, that I remember the name, that I could say, hey, you might want to catch this person. Montana Dana. I don't know if anybody's watched Montana Dana, but she's a beautiful woman. She's 40, and she has a van, and she has a trailer, and she's pretty cool. Check out Montana Dana, D-A-N-A, 2 words. So I'm going to go. I'm going to finish my coffee. I'm going to try to stop shaking. And yeah, I'm going to try to stop shaking. And I'll talk to you soon.